In this video, we will be ranking 10 of the greatest archaeological discoveries ever made. If you don't agree with any of our list, please feel free to voice your opinions in the comments section. Let's dive in. In 2012, the University of Leicester launched a search for the remains of Richard III. Excavations began in a parking lot in Leicester where Richard was believed to be buried. On September 12, 2012, archaeologists uncovered a skeleton with severe curvature of the spine consistent with accounts of Richard II's appearance. The discovery was officially announced on February 4, 2013, and King Richard III was reburied. The discovery of Troy is an archaeological story that spans over a century. The search for Troy began in the 1870s, led by German archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann. He believed the city in the poem was real. Schliemann excavated a site in northwest Turkey which he believed was the location of Troy. The site uncovered a series of cities that would later be excavated by other archaeologists and provide further evidence for the existence of Troy. The archaeological discovery of Troy is a testament to the power of perseverance. The search for Troy is still ongoing. The Antikythera mechanism is an ancient Greek mechanical device that was discovered in 1900 by a group of Greek divers who were exploring a shipwreck off the coast of Antikythera. The shipwreck was believed to have occurred in 60 BC. The mechanism is a complex system of gears and dials that was used to track astronomical movements, including the phases of the moon. It is considered one of the most sophisticated scientific instruments of the ancient world. Its discovery was a significant archaeological find and has provided insight into scientific achievements of ancient Greece. The Terracotta army was discovered in 1974 by a group of farmers in Shan in China. The farmers were digging a well when they stumbled across a piece of pottery. As they continued to dig, they uncovered a life-size terracotta soldier. The news spread quickly and archaeologists from the Provincial Museum were called in to investigate. The soldiers were arranged in military formation. Each soldier was uniquely crafted with different facial expressions, clothing and hairstyles. They are believed to have been created around 210 BC. The discovery of the Terracotta army is considered one of the greatest archaeological finds of the 20th century. The Rosetta stone was discovered on July 15, 1799, in the Egyptian port city of Rosetta, now Rashid, by Pierre-Frénois Bouchard, a French soldier. Bouchard stumbled upon the stone while digging a fortification trench during Napoleon's Egyptian campaign. The stone, featuring an inscription in 3 languages, which are Egyptian hieroglyphics, Demotic script, and Ancient Greek, proved instrumental in deciphering ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics. The discovery of Lucy, a 3.2 million-year-old skeleton of the early human ancestor Australopithecus afarensis, is one of the most significant paleoanthropological discoveries in history. Lucy was discovered on November 24, 1974, in Hadar, Ethiopia. On the day of the discovery, they were exploring a dry lake bed in the Hadar region when they stumbled upon the fragment of a fossilized arm bone. They dug further and discovered more bone fragments. They discovered about 40% of the skeleton and nicknamed it after a Beatles song, Lucy in the Sky. Otzi, the Iceman, was discovered in 1991 by 2 German hikers. He was discovered in the South Alps at the border between Austria and Italy. Initially, they thought they had found a recent mountaineering victim, but had soon discovered the body was much older. They notified the local authorities, and a team of archaeologists and scientists began excavating the site. Radioactive dating revealed that Otzi lived around 3300 BC. Otzi had been remarkably preserved due to the cold and ice temperatures. His skin, hair, clothing, and even his tools were still intact. The ice had also helped to preserve his internal organs, including his brain. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered between 1947 and 1956 in a series of caves near Qumran, a site along the northwestern shore of the Dead Sea in the West Bank. The initial discovery was made by Bedouin shepherds, who stumbled upon clay jars containing ancient scrolls while searching for a lost goat. Subsequent excavations uncovered thousands of fragments of texts in 11 caves. The scrolls date from around 300 BC to 70 CE and include biblical manuscripts, sectarian writings, and other texts, making them one of the most significant archaeological finds of the 20th century. Pompeii was first discovered in 1599, but excavations began in 1738, and due to the crude excavation methods, many artifacts were lost or damaged. The city of Pompeii was destroyed by the cataclysmic eruption of Mount Vesuvius, resulting in the subsequent burial and preservation by volcanic ash. Pompeii contained casts of the victims of the explosion, giving some unique perspective to their last moments. It is arguably the greatest discovery in history. In November 1922, Howard Carter was digging in the Valley of the Kings. He was under pressure from his sponsor, Lord Carnarvon, to make a discovery. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, he struck something. This would go on to become the greatest discovery in history. His tomb was found nearly intact, that it took them 8 years to catalogue everything they found. The discovery of King Tutankhamun literally changed the world and would influence discoveries to come.